Thanks in a rare move, a 19 JDC judge has been removed from an upcoming bench trial. Judge Brad Myers ruled to recuse Judge Gail Horne Ray from the trial of Casen Carver, who was accused of being present during the rape of LSU student Madison Brooks. The investigative unit's Bess Casserly explains why.
In his ruling, Judge Brad Myers said he doesn't think Judge Gail Horne Ray is biased, but points to text messages between the defendant and his father, where he calls her a friend. 19th JDC Judge Gail Horne Ray will not preside over the case she's had since 2023, after another judge approved the state's request to have her recused.
It is the most fair thing to do for both parties.
Horne Ray was set to rule from the bench for the trial of Casen Carver, accused of facilitating the rape of LSU student Madison Brooks after a night of heavy drinking. Brooks later died when she was hit by a car after Carver dropped her off. Questions about Horne Ray's impartiality arose last year after she overturned a rapist conviction who was just asking for parole. Some pointed out that her son, Nelson Dan Taylor, is a convicted serial rapist. However,
it's a lot of legal wrangling.
District Attorney Hiller Moore says that's not why he requested her recusal.
We did not argue her son, just that that's what this defendant said and felt amongst themselves, him and his father, based on rulings that she had made, and particularly this particular ruling. So we did not argue that it was her personally. That's his opinion. That's the way he saw it.
That opinion was clear in a text Carver sent to his dad in February of 2023, saying, "And the judge we're getting, I think you know about, but we're friends with her, and she is really good for our case. Her son was accused of rape a while back, so she knows to help." Judge Myers pointed to that text in his ruling, calling the communication particularly concerning. Another issue for the state, how much the judge knew about the case. Horne Ray had ruled that Brooks's sexual history could be used at trial. That ruling was overturned, meaning it could not be used. However, since the defense requested a bench trial, Horne Ray would be the judge, and she had already seen that evidence.
Knowing now that she had made that decision, heard that, is now being told you cannot consider that. That's a bell that she can't likely unring in her head.
Judge Myers said in his decision that alone was not enough for recusal, but coupled with the texts, he had no choice. Carver's attorney Joe Long said, "We respect Judge Myers and the work he put into the opinion. He found no bias or prejudice in Judge Ray, but ruled to recuse anyway. We respectfully disagree with this ruling and will seek supervisory writs." Long also tells me they will try to get that decision overturned, which will likely push back the trial date, which is supposed to start in December. For the investigative unit, Bess Casserly, WBRZ News 2.